American dream to me is an opportunity to be smart, be wise, and work hard to create the reality that you want. And if one door closes, you really have to open up another door or knock the door down. My American dream is, I think I'm living it in that I'm able to do a lot of what I want to do. I'm able to talk to and meet people and help people. Up there is the window where my dad and mom, I guess they were arguing. I lived in Detroit for 18 years. I grew up on the northwest side of Detroit in the Hubble-Finkel area, right near Cooley High School. I enjoyed some experiences as a child living in the city of Detroit, but at the same time, it was too harsh. You know, gunshots. I could tell the difference between a good gunshot and a bad gunshot, where you can hear about your cousin being killed and you're still expected to stay a child and continue the next day. Then you have to live as a young person with the realities of death. It came so frequently until it became normal. And that created a hardening for me. And then I just personally kind of checked out of the neighborhood. You know, I was in the neighborhood, but I never allowed myself, and nor did my mom, allow me to become of the neighborhood. Although she was stuck in the environment that was more harsh, she steered us away from a lot of it. And she got us through our 3 children, single woman. She also taught us a strong level of accountability. The standards of the streets were never allowed to be brought into our house. Our standards were our standards. And we had love. I studied finance. Finance was always fun for me. The liberation from financial literacy, it was so empowering, and it's the only way that I know how to escape poverty, because poverty almost got me. You know, I have had cousins who were killed. What kind of norm is it to have a cousin who's killed? Breaking the cycle is what my passion is about. And my tool for breaking it is financial literacy. I mean, that's the best we can do. We're stuck. I have been a financial advisor for about 15 years. Finance is an area where I believe I was given a gift, but it was a gift discovered in high school. We were challenged to follow a stock. We're at Cooley High School, my closed high school, but my high school where I graduated from, 1990. Being challenged to follow a stock, we had to learn about a stock. So the stock allowed me to see the power of finance, for one. And also, I always felt like the stock market was a place where your color really wouldn't matter. So for me, it was a safe opportunity to advance without the noise of race. In my community, what I do is constantly, any opportunity to speak in front of groups, I offer the expertise and insight to different groups, different churches, different community groups.
Ask him the real questions.
Poverty is something that almost stole my life, and it's something that continuously prevents my community from thriving. And I hate poverty. Be uncomfortable in a proactive manner. That has always been my motivation for what I do every day. So when they say you should choose a job that you would do for free, that's my job. As a community, I think it's more critical that we do what we're doing tonight and actually start the conversation in a more honest way, beyond what is a stock. The African American community faces unique challenges as it relates to wealth. One is the fact that at death, the average African American household is worth approximately $5,000. In comparison, the average Caucasian household is worth approximately $110,000. That is a huge difference. And this statistic is from 2010 and 11. Many Americans have lost their homes, but it seemed to have been taking a larger toll on certain urban areas. Therefore, that average could actually go down further. And if it does go down further, the country will have to pick up the liability, and that family has a higher chance of reaching new lows within poverty. Individuals are quite vulnerable in America if they don't understand wealth. And that vulnerability tends to be heavily or most prevalent within African American community. So it's up to us to hold a core value to where we actually determine after Sunday's dinner what we talk about. Why not talk about the mortgage? Why not talk about what a stock is? Why not give the children a challenge that can feed them forever? And that is understanding. The difference between how I lived with my mom and how I live now is pretty dramatic. I love nature. So I now am able to live in an environment where nature is all around me. And I'm able to live in an environment where people value peace. Poverty was all around me, but with the strength from God, my mom, and individuals that I think God put in my life, I was able to escape it. For me, it was very difficult, but it's doable. In pursuing or realizing the American dream without understanding finance, I don't believe that you can. You're at the mercy of just a whim or a lottery ticket. So if you neglect the area of wealth, and through understanding it first, you'll be more subjected to a more painful experience or not reaching the American dream. The dream should be more of the American goal that you pursue with vigor, with confidence, and with faith.
What dreams do you chase? Share your dream at redreamproject.org. Redream is presented through the generous support of ThinkShift, an initiative of the DeBruce Foundation.